So this is the last bit. This is the main thing I've got this week, and it's the freshest thing. They're going to have Steve Austin heavily involved with this Texas Mania, which makes me believe that The Rock may not be involved at all. But there's two ideas at the moment for Austin. So some people on one side of the brand believe that they need him in order to extract anything more out of Brock and Roman Reigns. They feel like they need to add Austin there as the guy who referees the match and keeps the Usos away from the ring. So that would be the idea in order to have him involved in that storyline, to be the guy that stops the bloodline from interfering. That would be Austin integrated into the main event. The other idea is that Austin hosts the show, and this is for them. This is where they'll deliver the payoff with Austin, McMahon, and Austin. That's where that's supposed to be going. So as of this week, that the Austin Theory is meant to get stunned at WrestleMania. That's his moment. There's meant to be a final moment between Vince and Austin McMahon moment. Obviously, if you hear Vince on TV at the moment, I don't know how many WrestleManias he has left, but that's what they want to do in Texas. They want to do an interaction with Austin and McMahon, and they want to involve Austin Theory in it. I just wonder whether they can do both, whether they can have Austin hosting, doing this thing with Austin Theory on night one, and then having him involved in the main event on night two. But he's heavily involved either way. That's definitely what I've heard this week, or the week before.
That would be interesting to see him and McMahon one last time and people going nuts.
Yeah, well, that's where you asked me before, what's this Austin Theory thing? What's the end game? The end game is they think he benefits from being stunned in a stadium. So
yeah, because the dialogue between him and Vince is very weird. I don't understand it, and it's kind of JoJo. You know what I'm saying? It's not interesting at all to me. I mean, I'm not like, wow, what's happening next? I'm more like, what? What did you just say?
If I'm visualizing it, I don't know if Vince would ever be the man who says who would be allowed to tell him that he's too old to take the bump. But if I'm visualizing it, I would think there's a back and forth between Austin and McMahon, and Austin Theory tries to get into Vince's good graces, because that's what the story is. He's trying to impress Vince, and goes out there and tries to take out Steve Austin. That's all I think that would be, that segment. Because it would be something where...
I'll tell you what, if he can stun them both, you're not going to get a bigger pop than that.
If he can what, sorry?
If Austin can stun them both, that'll get a humongous pop.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I think. I think that would happen, but I also feel that he may be substituting if Vince can't take a stunner. But
right.
I heard something about Rob Gronkowski didn't want to take the bump that he was taking at WrestleMania a couple of years back, and
Vince took it.
And Vince took it first. So,
yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he won't be taking a stunner. I agree with Konnan. I think they'll both be taking a stunner. Yeah.
Not only fact, he took one of the worst stunners I've ever seen in my life when he was in shape. But when you see him on the show, Billy, doesn't he look kind of frail to you?
He looks frail, and I was watching it with Austin, like my son.
Yeah.
And he said to me, I can't understand anything that he's saying. So like I had to turn it right up, and we were both standing up, like we were standing like here, like by my telly's here. We were standing right here, like trying to pick up what Vince was saying. It's really bad. Like it's a shame that it's like I don't think it should be on TV.
Yeah,
bro, I said the same thing to Nick Aldis the other day, especially as presumptuous.
We were talking to Vince about this.
Or Vince, how. Especially as narcissistic as he is, you know what I'm saying? That he would allow himself to see himself like that. And Nick was like, or Vince was like, he probably doesn't see himself like that. You know, he still sees himself as badass.
Who's going to tell him? Who's going to tell him? That's
right. That's what I said. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Who's going to tell him you look old? Everybody's like, yes, sir. Yes, sir, you know.